Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Ranger Experience. My name is Christian Ingram, and I am your host. And today with me is Mr. Dave Plavi from
Hey,
Legendary Props and Legendary Ranger Convention. How are you doing today, sir?
pretty good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. It's rainy here, but it's a good day.
Yeah, little bit of rain here too.
Oh well. At least I'm not the only one who's in rain. It's been raining like the past 3-4 days here.
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh,
That's just get the good weather.
yeah, I want 80 degrees every day. That's all I want.
That's a little bit too hot for me. Maybe 70,
Yeah.
70,
Well,
68, somewhere in there.
that's fair. That's fair. I like it hot, but so let's talk about how you got into helmet making, because you make helmets and you go to Ranger Stop, and you actually had an in space one that I should have bought, and then I went back the next day and I was like, "You guys still got the in space one?" You're like, "Nope, sold it." I'm like, God.
Yeah, it was gone. I can hook you up with a guy if he wants to get rid of it. Well, I'm in the Pittsburgh area, but like I mentioned before, I'm like an hour south of Pittsburgh, and baseball is my passion. My son loves the Pittsburgh Pirates just as I do. I'm shaking the table. I'm sorry, so it's shaking.
You're good.
Uh, the Obviously Gokaiger were space pirates, and my son caught wind of it, and that's what got him back into Power Rangers because Samurai sucked.
That's
And
fair.
his as a kid, it was for him Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, and SPD. But with Gokaiger, it got him back into it, and I just wanted to make him a helmet, and so I wasn't aware of all the raw kits. So I actually sculpted one with clay and made him one from that, and I just started working on things, and somebody found me with hashtags and whatnot, and gave me some pointers and told me about the raw kits from Eric 0101, and I just went from there. It's been 10 years, and I'm still making them slowly right now because of medical stuff, but I'm still making them.
God, was Megaforce and Gokaiger 10 years ago now?
Well, the Gokaiger was, yeah,
Okay.
that came out 10 years back.
Jeez, it doesn't feel that long ago.
That's, I feel old. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like your helmets are like top notch. Like, have they always been like some of the best helmets in the industry? Or did like you have you progressed over time?
Well, I'm not gonna say they're top. I'm not. They're not top notch. Thank you very much. But I have always done trial by error. I paint something and it's terrible. I sand it down. I strip it. But over time, things have gotten better. Flat visors were a thing for the longest time. Then the advent of bubble visors, whenever people got to learn how to make the visors rounded, because not everything's perfectly flat.
Mm-hmm.
And the pinstriping, uh, different clear coats that you use, rattle can compared to automotive paint. So it's been a progress, and I'm still a work in progress, much like a lot of others are. And you know, hopefully one day I will be as good as Aniki, but yeah, I'm on my way.
I mean, Aniki is really good, and they're like, I mean, if you want to wait like 4 or 5 years, but
Yeah, yeah, it's you know what you're getting with them, and if that's what you want, that's what you go for. You never go there thinking, if Morphicon was still going on in the September, here we are in May. Okay, I want to go as this Power Ranger or this Common Rider. I want to order something from Niki right now. You're not going to get it. So
oh no.
I'll tell anybody in advance, if you have a set date, don't go by that set date, because it's gonna get delayed. No matter what, something happens, it gets delayed, and unfortunately, it's just how it works in this industry.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, something could go wrong with the helmet, obviously, or the costume, and you got to restart. So,
Yeah, it's quality control. You see, you clear coat something, and you got a little piece of dust that ended up being on the helmet after you clear coated it, and so you got to wet sand that down, re-clear coat. If it's that bad, you got to repaint the whole thing. So unfortunately, if you want cheap and quick, that's what you'll get. If you want, quality, it looks great, better than the show sometimes, then
Oh yeah,
you'll go with the Nike. And if you have the time, so
true. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I'd rather personally, for me, I'd rather have a good looking helmet and it take a while than, have a okay helmet that took like 6 months. So
yeah, and it's and I'll be honest, like the stuff at Ranger Stop, I a lot of people don't understand that like this is not my full time job. This was a hobby. I always did. It was, got to be to the point where yeah, I made some extra money off of it. For one point, I actually made a living off of it for I think about 7 months, and I worked my butt off. You're talking about working 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 7 days a week trying to get helmets done. As I'm one person. There's a Niki, he has 20 people working in his shops, but with Ranger Stop, Orlando and Atlanta, a lot of people don't understand that I make maybe this past November, I made about 35 to 40 helmets in a 6 week period, and I'm going down there. I'm not selling them for 300-400 bucks. They're 200 to 250, and for 200 or 250, you got a helmet that was brand new. It may not be the best shape, but that's what you get.
mm-hmm.
So that's my whole premise going down the Ranger Stop with those helmets. And if anybody has complaints about it, then order one and let's take some time to do it.
That's fair. That's yeah, because I remember seeing you post on Facebook that you were like, "Yep, have to get all these helmets done," and I'm like,
Yeah, it's for this past Orlando in November. I had 7 or 8 helmets for all the Mystic Force guys. 2 for John because of Shadow Ranger and Solaris Knight. I did William Schufelt's Algin's. I did his helmet. So I had all those helmets on top of the other helmets that I was doing to sell. So it's a very stressful week. Well, 3 week period that towards the end, making sure everything's in place because, I mean, I don't walk away with any kind of profit. I'm sponsoring John to be there and the cost of the hotel and everything, but it's just about having a good time and getting to meet some people and,
"Yep,
enjoying myself.
conventions are all about having fun." But like
Yeah.
your booth was like one of the most popular. You were next to John Toohey, and you had this amazing shirt for sale.
You got the shirt? Yeah.
I bought 3 of them actually.
I've got mine somewhere.
Did you make the shirts or?
I designed them. That one sort of ripped off the idea from the what's that box called? It was the Tommy shirt, the white with the green.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have that one somewhere.
Idea. I sketched it up and got it done. And I multiple color shirts I get professionally done. Single color shirts I'll do myself in my basement. I have a shirt press that I do stuff on. But all the shirts that you saw there were designs that I came up with, and I like them. I mean, they're based on other things. I have the Jurassic Park theme. Mm-hmm. We all seen the Angel Grove one, so I did the movie Angel Grove with the movie T-Rex, Amber Beach with Rexy, a few others. Q-Rex. I like the Q-Rex. I wear that most of the time.
Oh yeah, the Q-Rex is incredible. One of the best Zords of all time. But yeah, those shirts were absolutely killer. I think you sold out of this one within like a day.
I sold out of that one by Saturday. I did post it online to those who weren't able to purchase it. I posted it on Redbubble, and it's gone now. And I only wanted to put it on there for a certain amount of time, and yeah, it sold a few on there for people who wanted to get one.
Yeah, my friend, he was like, "Hey, I know you're going to Ranger Stop, so get me this shirt." And I'm like, "Okay, I got you." He's like, "No, get me that shirt. And I'm like, okay, I got you, dude. I understand.
I did pre-sales because the first time I did the T-shirts were for Atlanta last year, and I had a bunch of shirts. I mean, I went out and I all the Jurassic Park ones. I did the um, four designs. I got 25 of each of those printed off, and the problem was I didn't have the proper sizes. So I went on about 2 months before I got them printed and just started taking pre-orders. If anybody wanted to get a pre-order shirt, I can either mail it to you or I'll put it aside for you if you're coming to Orlando, and you know, make sure you have a size that you wanted or needed. And we had 20 pre-orders maybe, and I mean, people from Australia and England pre-ordered them, and just they picked them up in Orlando. It was very well received. John actually was wearing that the other night whenever we were talking to him on Zoom. It's pretty funny. I didn't realize it's just like I didn't realize yours.
No, yeah, it's just one of the things you're like, oh, I know that shirt. Oh, that's awesome, dude. But like, speaking of John, like he's gonna be at Legendary Ranger Virtual Con. Can we talk about how that all came about?
So, well, I'm doing a convention of my own. Sorry, I'm making noise there.
You're
Box
good.
is hitting my leg. I'm doing a all genre Comic Con in Morgantown, West Virginia, and one of the booking agents that I got with to book Blue Mountain State crew, he was coming to me about different things, and he was telling me that he was putting on a virtual convention, and I had seen a few, and he's telling me, yeah, he had Ciara and Christina and Steve hopping on, and like, oh crap, Atlanta was postponed. Power Morphicon at the time was most likely going to get postponed, so there's no Power Ranger convention until November. So why not do it? It gets exposure from my company name, and it gives these guys an opportunity to, meet people, see people, talk to people that they won't be able to for a while. And I started reaching out to a few, texting them, sending them messages on Instagram and Facebook, and we got with them, and we got 13 of them so far. Well, that's it for this one.
Well, yeah, you got an impressive lineup. You got Nakia Baris, who was Tanya in Power Rangers Zeo and Turbo, Catherine Sutherland, John Tui, who is SPD Shadow Ranger and Mystic Force Solaris Knight. You got Sierra Hanna, Cameron Jebo, Christina Masterson, John Loudermilk, Brennan Mejia, and a bunch of other, I mean, first appearance of, where's his name?
Chris Graham.
Chris Graham, yeah.
Yeah.
It's his first appearance at any convention.
At any convention. He's a New Zealand-based actor. He did a lot of Young Hercules, and Xena shows back in the 90s. Those were big, and that's a lot of stuff what he did. He's done a few things here and there, but obviously he had 5-episode arc on Mystic Force whenever the spell broke for Lambo to come back. But yeah, somehow we got him.
How did that come about? Like, did you find him on Instagram or Facebook or?
I'm get help from Brandon Benfield. He's very good at tracking people down. he tracked John down last year too, and yeah, he tracked him down and said, hey, we got this guy. He's available to do it if he wants to do it, and let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And he's sitting at home. He's just like everybody else in the world right now. Not much that you can do. And so he's going to spend an hour and a half in front of his computer and chat it up with some Power Ranger fans.
It's not a bad way to spend a weekend.
No, not at all.
That's awesome, though. I really think it's going to be incredible to see him. Is there going to be, like, panels going on during the convention with, like, different actors?
So we're going to do 30-minute panels, and not everybody's going to have a dual panel. Catherine and Nakia are going to be doing a dual panel. Christina and Ciara are going to do a dual. The Super Mega Force guys are going to be doing a trio. Everybody else is going to be doing their own individual. Just like in person, they'll take any questions, how we're set up right now, we have 2 screens. The more people, the more screens there will be, the smaller you'll get. And the moderator, be myself or someone else, will start out with a couple questions, basic questions, and then we'll go through alphabetical order, pick names at random, and hey, Chris, you got anything? No, okay. I sat in on the one this past weekend with VirtueCon with Steve, CR, and Christina, and I just was checking out how it ran. It was a good time. Everybody's telling some behind the scenes stuff and just talking about what it's like to film in New Zealand compared to the U.S. and it should be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun, and like I know a lot of people are going to have questions, especially for some of the Mystic Force guys. John Toohey, like his first appearance at any convention was Ranger Stop last year,
Yeah.
and what was his name? Chris Graham. His first appearance. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have questions for him. So I feel like Mystic Force is going to be big, and they'll be able to buy like autographs from them, right?
Yeah, so you'll be able to purchase autographs. They're going to be signed. We've got the 3 international guys. So what we're doing is Chris Graham's portraits that I printed out here today. He's going to get all of his portraits, and he'll be able to, anybody that purchased a meet and greet and an autograph, he'll sign live right then and there. And anybody domestically for the U.S., he's going to ship them back to me, and then I'll mail them out. So anybody that is getting somebody from international or anybody international, we've got some folks that are from England that purchased a few as well, and Australia as well. There's going to be a little bit of time delay because of everything that's going on right now. So it's going to get shipped out from their house or my house. The domestic folks, LA or Atlanta based, everybody's going to take care of their own shipping as well.
Okay, that's really cool that people are going to be able to buy like autographs and be able to interact with them. How long are like the meet and greets? Like, is it like a certain amount of time that you have with each actor?
So the meet and greets are going to be 3 minutes long. That is about the time to where you feels to get awkward a little bit. Everybody in person in real life can. All right, well, hey, thanks, man. Take care. So you'll get to sit down and talk to them both. That gets link at the top will take you to the ticketing page. All the panel tickets to meet and greets and autograph purchases can all be done on there.
Well, it's in the description, guys. Make sure to go check it out. I know you said you had to get to a meeting here soon, so is there anything else you want to say before we head on out?
Yeah, thanks for your time, man. I hope I can see a lot of you guys on there. It's going to be a great time to just hear some stories. John can tell some stories. I posted a screen capture of our Zoom meeting the other night, and he was telling us horror stories of what it was like to wear the little prosthetics for Sergeant Silverback, and he's very, very animated. Then he's telling us about his motion capture stuff for The Hobbit, and he's hysterical. I hope some guys can get on. Everybody can get on and support those guys and show them, especially Chris being the first convention, if you want to call this a convention. Just show them some love, showing hey, it's a good time. It's going to be worth it, and maybe we can get them to come to another one down the road in real life.
Yeah, maybe Ranger Stop, and Pop somewhere in there. But yeah, be gentle with him, guys. But,
yeah, don't scare him away.
Yeah, please don't. God, please don't. But all right, I want to thank you again for your time, guys.
Thank you, man.
Link down in the description. Please go check out this convention. It's going to be incredible. Go show these actors some love. Legendary RangerCon and Legendary Props. Go check out their pages. And yeah, guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and we are out.